We begin with Mary Usi's video that set everything haywire. Have a look.
Yeah, the better for this time. Yes, no. Only in the office, only politics in my politics. Unless it's office or join politics. Or my if he wants to join politics, he should let us know. Next time, then we deal with him as a politician. But today, you be man or say or yourself.
Next time we'll deal with him, but today we'll say he's a priest. These were the comments of Mary Usi. And Joy Mante is the moderator of the Presbyterian Church. I have to say something about Joy Mante, as we used to call him. He was my lecturer at the University of Ghana. Joy Mante, he taught us philosophy of religion back in first year. You know, in first year, you do different kinds of subjects. Joy Mante was my lecturer. We really enjoyed him. And he was teaching us with a guy called Elon Dovlo, Professor Dovlo, who died. He was also a Presbyterian person. So Joy Mante was preaching to his church and said that this lady's threat is useless because they, the clergy, they don't fear anyone. Have a listen to Joy Mante.
We're talking about Galamsey. I have heard that there is somebody who says that some senior pastor has talked against Galamsey, and so he's shouting at him. Tell that woman we are not afraid of her. It's not about party. We are not afraid of anybody. Like the Pope said, I'm not afraid of Trump's administration. If something is sin, it is sin. Whether it is under Akufo-Addo or under Mahama or whoever. If it is evil, it is evil. And you Ghanaians, you sit there and let the Galamsey go on. All your children and grandchildren will just die early. The thing is so evil. I don't understand why. Sorry for this digression. I do remember when I was chairman of Christian Council, I went with the current president, the Church of Pentecost head. We went to the then president and told him that Galamsey should stop. I was the one that led the delegation. We talked about it. It's not just during this, it's not about party issues at all. If people cannot think beyond party, they should stop opening their mouths. And I'm serious about what I'm talking about. We are not afraid of anybody. No party. We were there before there was party.
If people cannot think beyond their party, they should stop opening their mouth. That's what Joy Mante said. If people cannot think beyond their party, they should stop opening their mouth. Mary Uzi, did you hear it? Joy Mante says if you can't think beyond your party as a chief executive of Free Zones Board, I don't even know whether people have Googled Free Zones to see what Free Zones does, what is their mandate. Since he became Free Zones Board CEO, replacing Aaron Michael Quay Jr., she has never done a presentation about what Free Zones does or what they are doing. We don't have a report about her work over the last 1 year. First, she came to say that foot soldiers, they do choboy, they don't deserve anything, they should clear off. NDC foot soldiers were fighting with her. Nobody said anything to her. She's an untouchable. Nobody said anything to her. And why is it that the NDC have too many untouchables? And why are all the untouchables people with acidic tongue? Tamio Kujita, Black, the untouchable. NDC, you want to be untouchable, you must have an acidic tongue, you must shout at people, insult people. And that's the thing. That's what makes them, that's what they believe makes them untouchable. Let's go on. So then she came with a very unhealthy apology. Very, very, I don't know what word to use. Disingenuous apology. Let's put the apology there and read it and see what she said. I don't know whether you have a video of it. And let's see what she said. Where is the apology? Please put it up. Yeah, let's hear the apology video.
It may be in the process of also sharing my opinion. Me can be Ghana fulfill say man can year na be this I retract and apologize. It may be.
Play the apology again. I want viewers to hear her choice of words. This is after there was a national, if you like, global backlash. And this is what she said. She's a very arrogant person, I think. I'm sorry to say that. Well, I hope she's not and that it was just a slip of tongue. But it sounded very terrible. Listen to her again.
It may be in the process of also sharing my opinion. Me can be Ghana fulfill say man can year na be this Me nipa metimi akasa amanetia. I retract and apologize.
That's Mary Usi. She says that if me can be say Ghana for Phil Seman can year, she doesn't think she said anything wrong. She didn't even say that me can say any. I think it was bad. She doesn't even reference what she said. If Okan Bibi, if she said something, can we noko ni me Jenny ehi be nke sorry oh, something funny like that. Very bad. Running governance like this, nobody will query her. She will not even get a query. Nothing will happen because she has an acidic tongue, and this is what the politics relies on. The politics relies on insulting. So if you are able to insult, you are frontline, you are important, and nobody's going to query you. Is that the kind of politics we want for our country? Whether this politics is in MPP or is in NDC, so bad it has to be condemned. You find more in NDC anyway, because it's a systematic something, and I'm going to show you where it came from. So later on, as we were enjoying the Julius Deborah 60th anniversary celebrations, then came this big Thanksgiving service. The subject of Mary Uzi's brutal insults and disrespectful conduct was the chairman of the Pentecost Church, the Venerable Apostle Eric Nyamiche. Eric Nyamiche happened to be invited to the Julius Deborah event. He accepted the invitation, and he is a high-profile person because he leads a 4 million member Pentecost Church with a voter population of about 10 to 11 million on the voters roll. If you are one church that has 4 million adults, my goodness, you need to be careful how you treat them. Is that not so? We have our conversations about that. We can talk about that later. But Eric Nyamiche became the obvious person to invite to the Julius Deborah event so that hopefully things can be corrected. I'm not sure whether Mary Usi was there or not, but those who were there tell me that she wasn't present in the room. In fact, it would have been a good opportunity if Mary Usi was there to bring her up the stage and say, go and apologize to Apostle Nyamiche. But Mary Usi will turn that down. She won't do that because she's so confident in what she's doing. She's buoyed by the fact that she belongs to a group of people who reward insults. They reward insults. That's what they do. Look at the guy in America. He insults everybody, they reward him. They give him policemen, all that. This is NDC. They reward people who insult. And all of us Ghanaians are sitting down and watching. The people are destroying our ethos, and we are watching. They are destroying our ethos. When pastors talk, they insult them. Pastor. When pastors talk, look at what they did to Reverend Mante, also of the Presbyterian. Not him. The other guy, the first John Mahama administration. Is he also called Mante? The Reverend, the Presbyterian churchman, the one with the bushy hair. Mate. Reverend Mate. See what Samuel Kujeto, a black and code. They insulted him and they were promoted. They insulted him. Way back in 1970s, 80s, and 90s, even under Rawlings. You can't do that. But today they do it. And they get power. And when they get power, they turn off your lights. So that you can't. Every epoch of their ruling is light off. Why? We have had light off since we were children. When Achampong was there was light off. When Rawlings was there was light off. When Kufuor was there was light off. Mills, there was light off. Did we attribute Dumsor to any of them? But when you see a systematic dereliction of duty that produces darkness, then you will find the word Dumsor in Google, in the dictionary, coming from Ghana. Because a certain group of people are derelict in their duty. They don't know what to do. They talk a lot. They just insult. They don't sit down to govern. They just shut people up who are trying to tell them that what you are doing is wrong. And when politicians say what they are doing is wrong, they tell them that you're a politician and they fight them. And then a pastor sitting somewhere, not interested in politics, comes and says that I don't like this doom sorting because I can't baptize children. During the Akufo-Addo era, the same Apostle Eric Nyamiche spoke about Galamsey, and he said that Galamsey is a leadership problem that was directed straight at the desk of the president of Ghana at the time, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Did anybody, MPP, insult him? And I can imagine Akufo-Addo as president. Then, Free Zones board, boss, say Michael Ochrebefi or Michael Quay, will insult Apostle Eric Nyamiche for saying that Galamsey is a leadership problem. Akufo-Addo will never allow that. It will never happen. And you will be fired. And you will know that you can't do that. Because that's not Akufo-Addo's ethos. That's not the ethos of the New Patriotic Party. That's not the ethos of conservatives. That's not the ethos of the right wing. It is competition of ideas is what politics is about. We've been telling NDC that it's about competing on ideas. It's not insulting. They thought they were in opposition. And they can say that Akufo-Addo has dragged the National Theatre whole. He's a fool. He is this. He is big. And they got away with it. Because that is how their ethos are set up. Today they are in government and we are seeing them clearly. Mary Usi, up till now, she's still sitting there as Free Zones Board. Not a single letter of query has come from the desk of the Chief of Staff, the Secretary to the President, the Office of the President, the Office of Free Zones and our Ministry Trade, the Office of the Minister of Trade to query her. Up till today, Mary Usi is still there and is confident. He has policemen protecting her. So they are telling the young people that go ahead and insult people. That is the politics that rewards on this side of the umbrella. The politics that rewards is insult. You can insult somebody that the Chief of Staff will cry on his birthday. Because the Chief of Staff is seeing that there's no mechanism to punish. The Chief of Staff loves the NDC. He loves his party. So he's crying. He's taking on, like Jesus Christ took on our sins, he's taking on the sins of the party. But this is not religion. This is governance. So Chief of Staff, fire her. What are you crying about? Sack her. Query her. Suspend her for 2 weeks. 1 week, 1 day, 2 hours. Take action. Take action. So that you are protecting the spirit of Ghana. The ethos of Ghana. The ethos of conservative Ghana. The respect that we all grew up with. We were all raised like that. You can't tell even where they were raised from. They just come and they insult everybody. You check their backgrounds, you see all those gaps. Gaps. You see it. Gaps. That's why they can do that. Viewers watching me, can you actually do that? Me, can I stand there and tell Apostle Eric Nyamiche that, hey, Nyamiche, if you talk like that again, you will see. It can never come out of my mouth. Never, ever, anywhere. I can disagree with Eric Nyamiche. I can come here and say, Osofo, the thing you are saying is not true. Because you see, Osofo, under the 1992 Constitution, under this law, under this act, within this context, from the history, this politics, Osofo, I disagree with you. But to warn Osofo that if you don't know and you talk about it again, I cannot do it. Many of us, if you take 100 of us, 97 of us cannot do it. But you will find the 3 from the umbrella